farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebud guys.
You know what?
Do you need to adjust that before
That's not even been the highest I've been on this show.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris. That's Lyal, the farmer, musician, all of that good stuff. Welcome back. If it's not your first time, welcome back. If it is your first time, thanks for joining us. We're gonna have us a glass of whiskey in this particular big glass. Apparently, I heard it glug.
It's
a fair glass. Anyhow, we're going to try something here that we haven't had before in this particular instance, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And if you guys want to grab a glass of it, might not necessarily be something you have, but if you do, grab a glass of it. Follow along, comment down below, let us know. Don't forget, like and subskibby, because I dropped it. We'll change it to the other side. And if you enjoy the content, go over here and buy us a beer about it over in the Venmo.
Yeah, and it's hat day apparently on Taste Buds.
It's always hat day for me.
Yeah. We're working with Knob Creek. This came from a buddy of ours. This is a store pick from 2020 Brown Derby out of Springfield, Missouri. Store pick, I believe, right? Yeah. Brown Derby Barrel Select. I'm going to read off this information that probably, I shouldn't have done it great. Folks, if you care about it, good for you. I don't have time for this stuff. But whatever. Barrel House.
Most pertinent thing we've ever said on this show, I can tell you right now.
Warehouse WE Floor F05 Rick 027. Selected on date 11/5/2019. Barreled 10/1/2008, which means this is about a 12-ish year bottle of whiskey. 60% ABV.
Well,
that's awesome. Yeah?
Yeah, because they selected it in 2019, so probably bottled. Yeah, I guess that'd be about right. 12 years, assuming that it was stayed in that barrel the whole time. I guess it must have.
Yeah, we assume.
By the way they phrased that. So,
okay, so how long?
Is the knob normally 12 or is it?
No, it's usually the 6 is
6 is right.
Like the standard one. They have a 10s and 12s, I think. But I was going to ask you, when was the last time you had Knob Creek?
Well, funny enough, it's been a long time, but I was actually at not Brown Derby last night, and I was looking through some of the Knob Creeks, and they had one over there, and I'd mentioned to Morgan, I was like, man, that's been forever since I've had Knob Creek, and I used to drink it all the time.
Knob Creek was one of when I first started getting into bourbons, it was like Bullet, Woodford, and Knob were my three that I always gravitated towards. I just like the provenance of it, and the
Bullet's one I bet I haven't had in 8 years.
I just like the ethos of it, and it was readily available.
Oh my God, that's got a.
I can say that I have not partaken in Knob Creek in quite a while. I remember having big cherry notes on the 6 year, but
all I get is just alcohol boom on this one. That is really hitting me high and right between the eyes.
It's it'll tingle the nostrils, that's for sure.
Pretty bright wood note in there.
I still get that high cherry on there. This smells like a Knob Creek to me. It has that really high cherry kind of note to it.
I'm struggling to get past all the wood notes.
It's very... Well, the woods and the alcohol's very boomy.
The alcohol's really boomy. I don't know if we said it was
60%.
60.
Yeah.
Was it 60 or 66? 60. Okay.
120 proof.
120. All right.
There might be some kind of milk chocolate kind of notes on the bottom of the nose.
I'll go back to it now that I've got a little back of my mouth. Woo. Yep, hold on for that.
Whew. It's boomy. If you just take a little sip, it's not too bad. It just kind of floats and awakens your whole mouth.
All right, coming back to it. Dulled down some of them wood notes a little bit. Pulled some of the earthy notes. And I still am not getting that really big cherry that you're talking about, but Getting more of a earthy note. But man, that alcohol is so strong in that. It really fours.
When I'm talking cherry, I'm talking that kind of fake cherry that that shit you like to put in old fashions.
Kind of a creamy note to there.
The wood is really punched forward for me after tasting it. It's almost...
Yeah.
I generally like high proof whiskeys. This one, I wish it had more depth.
It's all the front.
A big oaky finish would be really nice to it. A little more char, a little more dirt in there, I think would have been...
I don't know that I want more char. I think there's plenty of char in the drink that I just
It's not on the finish then?
That's where I'm getting.
Tasting like...
I don't know. That's all I taste is that really... The soured top end of it is...
On the finish?
Yeah. Tastes to me like a lot of the char. Now, it doesn't stick with you like, say, that
No, it just...
double charred...
That's what I guess I'm getting at, is like it just kind of dissipates at the end.
But, man, it is so strong. It's really tough to get anything... I'm going to go ahead and water mine down a little bit.
Because I had high proof whiskeys before that don't taste this hot.
Right. Exactly. I've had hotter whiskeys that don't taste this hot.
I ain't getting that too. I think I'm missing a lot.
Yeah, I'm struggling to get past it. I feel vapor locked.
But that's the... I don't know. I don't know how to classify that, though, because then it's like, well... Oh. Does that knock it down?
Oh, yeah. Damn. All right, now we have an approachable whiskey.
What do you reckon we just proof that down to with a couple drops? Like,
I don't even have the foggiest clue, because I would have guessed that higher than the 120 that it is. I don't know. I just genuinely don't know.
I will say, after water backing at those chocolate notes that I kind of had faint hold on the bottom of the nose, now those have come out for me.
Okay, yeah, same. I thought you was going to say they went away. I'm like, no, shit, they come out for me.
No, like those, but it's like a milk chocolate. It's you said creamy earlier.
Yeah, I think that's what I was associating.
Silkiness to it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's almost more of a feel than it is a flavor.
You got your mic on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't see it.
Yeah, I do. Is you? Well, I'm so bad with episodes that if a mic's not on, I just go, well, we'll just do it again. So, I have no idea what this ran a bottle. Obviously, this is store selected. It's going to be hard to find, but
if I'm guessing, it's going to be somewhere in the $80 to $100 range.
Probably right.
Is probably where it.
I'm assuming that probably any single barrel high proof Knob Creek you get is going to have similar flavor profiles. You might get some differences in the, what barrel it was like done in and whatnot, but nothing like crazy. I think Knob Creek seems pretty standard in terms of flavor profiles. Like Maker's is all over the mark.
I see what you did. I got it.
Okay. Sometimes
we're so off center here. Let me move back to the middle.
Well, I try to keep a little space for that QR code up there.
I know, but I just kept leaning over like this, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be knocking bottles off the shelf.
Back to my pun. Sometimes I just wake up and remember I'm a dad. Like I say stuff, and I'm like, oh, that just came out so natural.
So funny because I always say, as a mother. But anyways, so. Yeah. I was getting a lot more. Now this is proofed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Have a chance to think about it.
I like
acclimating to it.
Come in.
I'm always like, I'm too lazy to stand. I'm fat. I just fan. Plus, if I stand up, then it's really apparent that you're like 4 inches taller than me. If I just like this, they're like, well, he ain't standing up straight. He might not be that short. I'm not that short. I'm still 6 foot. It's just this fucker's not. Anyways, slight tangent. We're down in this old basement, and the way the floor slopes is it all slopes towards you, and we used to have the bar facing the other direction going that way.
Mm-hmm.
And because we'd have to stand on the floor sloping, I had to stand on the high side, so otherwise it looked like he was a foot taller. I just thought you'd notice that.
It's been a long ride.
Now we're on level footing. So, I get a lot more garden notes, is what I ultimately want to say there. I really feel like there's the peppers and like almost vegetableness that comes out of it. Mm-hmm. The earthy notes is drawn out of. I've always liked Knob. I still like Knob. I think this is pretty good. I think it really needs to be proofed down. That is a hard-hitting sucker to...
I agree. You miss out on a lot of the nuances.
You really do. I could probably go... You know what? It can go down more. I'm going to let it go down more while we're taking this thing out, because we'll get close on time.
I think that this... I like it much better while it's after being proofed down. Like, when you said vegetative, like, I think you're right. Like, it's garden-esque, you're right. It just makes it approachable, and at its current, like, straight out of the bottle, it's too hot.
Oh, gosh.
Too hot.
And I really added a lot more to it. Now all those cherry notes out of it, it gets that mineralization to it. It really starts to act like Knob Creek.
I think this is this is an episode for one of our longer form stuff, maybe, about, like, sometimes high proof is great, and it needs to be high proof. Other times...
Gives you options. You can't proof it up.
High proof just isn't always the best case for every whiskey.
Nope.
And I think this is a case for that. This, by the bottle, hey, proof it down, it lasts longer.
That's what I say.
So, anything else to say?
I don't.
All right, until next time.
Whether it be the incredibly hot Knob Creek that you're drinking,
The food you're eating,
clothes you're wearing,
or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new. Tasty.